first stop of the wonderful waterfall behind us is Jesmond Dene Watermill. It opened at around the turn of the 19th century, and it's been here ever since. And I think there's a pub somewhere named after it. So the first recorded watermill on Jesmond Dene was around 1712. However, this one opened at around 1812, 1820-ish. It's still standing here today, most of it. However, it was much bigger. But as you can see, it has shrunk a little bit. Now, I'm going to have to cross back over the bridge because, as you can see, the fence there restricting access. So I'm going to have to cross over to then go over another bridge, just a tiny bit down. So we're going to walk past the mill here, which I couldn't really get a good shot of, but there it is. I'm just going to ascend the steps and cross the bridge past Jesmond Dene Falls, and we'll make it eventually down to the Pets Corner or wherever the Dene finishes. I know it finishes, it's the Ooze Burn, so it's got to finish about Byker, but I'm not going all the way to Byker. And now it's time for a bit of geography. So, I'm going to have to be loud here. How is this made, this waterfall? I'm going to get a bit moist down here, but it's going to have to happen. So, the water flows over the resistant rock on the top, and underneath there is a less resistant rock, which is eroded when the water enters the plunge pool at the bottom of the waterfall. When this erodes, the resistant rock, which I don't know if we can see at the moment, but the resistant rock hangs over, creating a little undercutting underneath, which then eventually collapses and creates and puts new rocks on the bottom of the river, at the riverbed. And I'm sure you can just see some down there. They do look like the same kind of rock on the top of the waterfall. And what else? Oh yes, the plunge pool at the bottom also erodes with the force of the water coming down off the waterfall, which, as you can see from there, hopefully, is quite strong. So as I continue my walk down the Jesmond Dene, I realise that even looking at the tranquility of the water bouncing down rocks, you can still hear the roar of metro trains between Jesmond and West Jesmond metro stations. My next stop is Deep Dene House. However, on the way I noticed that there were two bridges both going to the same place, and so I went to have a little bit of an investigation. I don't exactly know why there are two bridges on this bit of the river, because they both lead to the same place. But the bigger bridge doesn't just have one arch, it's got two. And so, just a few hundred steps down the river, we find another bit of Jesmond Dene history. This is Deep Dene House. Previously known as Heaton Cottage, it was used for principals in the firm of Armstrong until they bought their own houses, and was occupied by the noble family from 1861 until 1870. For many years, the Fisherman's Lodge restaurant used Deep Dene House, but this has since closed. After Deep Dene House, I made my way to the Banquet Hall, which is accessed by one of the most spectacular bridges on Jesmond Dene. So I made my way to, yes, another bridge, but that's not the point. Whilst this bridge doesn't have a name, or I can't find anything about it on Google, it does link Jesmond Dene to quite an important building, the Banquet Hall. Now, Lord Armstrong used to go there, and I'm going to very quickly bring up some more information about it. So it's a grade 2 listed building, and it was first listed in 1965, the 12th of November to be exact, which wasn't that long ago. It was built from 1860 to 1862 to the designs of John Dobson, obviously got a street named after him in Newcastle, for Sir William or Lord William Armstrong. And it was extended to provide a gatehouse, a reception hall and a display room in 1869 and 1870 by Richard Norman Shaw. So Lord Armstrong wanted this house to entertain his guests, and there were a number of service rooms in the house laid to the north. And the first event took place in 1862 for the Elsick Works Literary and Mechanics Institute. And other events included those for his employees and business clients. And notable diners included Henry Mark Brunel and Thomas Sopwith, which I don't know anything about, so I'll try and find something, but I don't think I'm going to end up finding anything. So it was extended in 1869, the same year that Shaw began work on Armstrong's county house, Cragside, in Northumberland. And here is what it says, what's left of the Banquet Hall. So as you can see, not looking too fit for purpose now. As I descend the steps back onto the red path, I make my way towards one of the last places on my walk today, making sure I pass through the exotic Pet's Corner and passing Millfield House, which has this amazing plaque on the side of it. And so I think I've ended my journey on Jesmond Dene. I've just come to the bottom here to get a fantastic view of Armstrong Bridge. Wonder who that one's named after. Which hosts a market on it. I'm not sure which days, I think it's just every weekend because I'm doing this on a Saturday. But yeah, bridge standing strong over the coast road and over Jesmond Dene. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go and get some food now because I am starving.